friends. How are you guys doing? Feel free to let me know. It's been a long day, you guys. I'm just gonna be honest with that one. Some of you, I think, have been crying a lot, wondering, like, I don't know, like you guys are kind of wondering about your settlements, or where you're gonna settle, or what's gonna settle, how things are gonna settle. Some things are being uprooted. Some things have not grounded yet. I'm hearing a problem in the community, or a problem amongst friends and family. How big of a problem? We're gonna figure it out. So this message is a warning, all right? And it doesn't have to be true. You'll know it to be true if your intuition already told you, or told you bits of it. And this is to sort of help boost your intuition. I'm not here to place a story that's not your story. You can only do that for yourself. I'm reading for many people, so I'm just giving that disclosure right now. Please do not take someone else's story and apply it to yourself. Only apply things to yourself if you actually think it is in your story. And then take action based off of what is best for you. Don't consider other people. Consider what's best for you, because a lot of things, maybe we chose them because we didn't know better, and now we're seeing a difference. Now we've seen a lesson, we've seen something about it, and something needs to change, is what I'm seeing. Because in the title we have WAP, okay? Many people, Cardi B is significant. Maybe your person, or, there's a lot of Cardi B music in the space. I'm not sure. But the title is WAP, W-A-P. So there could be a wet ass pussy happening. Maybe someone is a pussy, and you're like, you literally said, what a pussy, because they didn't show up. They didn't do what you needed or wanted them to do. I'm hearing some of them in the collective. I'm hearing be a man and do what you got to do wherever that placement is. And I'm not being sexist. It's just that take in your masculine energy that takes things into your own hands, into control, into and now it's the time to do with what you know. So, we have a lot of thirst, thirst for money, food, fame, many things, all right? This is egoistic type of wishes and demands. But we also have in the title thieves, people who steal from those that have fame, who have title, who have money, who have things that they want. And then there's thriving people who thrive in the aftermath of finding out who these people are. I think there's been a lot of wrongdoing, maybe a lot of sexual backstabbing, even just backstabbing in general, and maybe some placements where you don't even know where it is. Who's doing your backstabbing? And sometimes it is truly heartbreaking to see how close to home it really is. I'm hearing for some, not all. Some of this backstabbing is happening right under your nose in your own home and under your roof, when you're off to work, and maybe it's your roommates, maybe it's your parents, maybe it's your siblings, maybe it's friends that are covering for another, there's this covering for another that's occurring. The warning is that there is a lot of pussy shit happening, where people, when they're being confronted or communicated with on behalf of it, they pussy out on telling you the truth. They rather be a liar. They rather be anything else but what the truth is, because they know that that truth would lose the connection, or lose everything that's been built. Some of this is like, it's really hard. I know that there's layers and layers and layers to karmic stuff and lessons in love, and a lot of stuff starts from home, from childhood traumas. Some of this is occurring because you've chosen the wrong things in the face of one thing or another. Maybe it was chosen the easiest route, or maybe chosen the thing that glittered or shined the most or looked the best at the time. And it's like, some of you are finding yourselves to be fools because not everything that looks good is actually good. I think there's a lot in the collective where, not all, but there are individuals that are either this or they are dealing with people like this, in which you are not actually as much of what you are projecting yourself out to be. Some people in the collective, or some people in the collective, are dealing with this, where there's a front being made about, I have, like, having more than what you actually do, more love than you actually do, more money than you actually do, more items, more success, more creativity, more interest in a passion, more interest in a hobby, like whatever the fuck it is. Y'all need to stop with the fake shit. And if you don't, the thing is like, stop with your fake shit, because it's gonna be seen anyway. And so the sooner you stop, the less your karma will be, is what I'm hearing from spirit. Or the second that you sort of remove yourself from the situation, right? If you are not these conniving, evil, spirited people, when you hold boundary on them, it's going to, the universe is going to finally be able to serve them what they truly have deserved this entire time. Maybe they have leached on some of your blessings. Maybe they've even like soaked up some of your blessings that were meant to be yours. Maybe they put themselves in like the same path as you, so that they didn't have to do as much work. They saw you do a lot of work, so then others kind of take in on it. And it could be one of those things where it's like directly your partner sees you being successful, and so then they hid what a loser they are, pretended like they were also going to be successful, made themselves look really good so that you would be attracted to them. And then when you're stuck, now your karma is combined, right? When you chose to be in a relationship with them, or married them, or even chose to live in the same house. Some of this is not always your partner. It's like siblings, it's like your housemates. Maybe you're not even related to them, maybe you're not even dating them. But it's like, some of this is like, you thought, and then the tables turned eventually, and then you realize that they weren't who they made themselves out to be in the beginning. And then you're so deep in it, it's like the choice to continue or to end it. Some of you stayed in a cycle really long. Some of you are just now getting to this point of, do I stay here? But some of us have continued to choose a shitty cycle because you felt so stuck. You felt a lot of your money was tied into it. A lot of your emotions were tied into it. Maybe all of your friends are attached to it. Whatever it is, there is a breaking point that has been met in the collective, with knowing about thieves, knowing about thirst traps, knowing about thirsty ass hoes, thirsty ass foes, trying to soak up what's yours. What's yours is yours. And then why are these people trying to take what's yours? Why is your person or the people around you entertaining this or that, this or that, this or that? Why does it look this way? Why does it look that way? A lot of our intuition is being tested, and then when it's being tested, it's being spoken over, is what I'm hearing. I hear a lot of gossip. I think there's a lot of gossip occurring, and I channeled a message recently on Twitter, and it's like, about obsession, about love and hate. Like, clearly they are obsessed with you, but then what's the context? Do they love you or do they hate you? Usually lots of talking about you has to do with obsession, period. And most times it's hate. Most often it's to twist the story. Because if someone was speaking lovingly towards you, or if they have loving words to say about you, you would hear it back. It would be so strong, is what I'm getting from spirit. That loving words towards you would be right to your face. Even hating words towards you, like, okay, there's so much words, but it's like some people can't say their hateful words straight to your face because you won't take it. Right? So it's so easy to fake love in front of your face and in front of friends and family, but behind the scenes, then what? That shit turns on and off, and it's like that's the shit that's revealing, is when it turns on and off. When does their love turn on? When they've done you dirty? Or are they consistent? Because consistency is the real thing. Consistency is the real thing with anything. You know that people are passionate and love something when they keep doing it over and over again. So it's like if people are repeatedly meeting an offense, like they're offending you, they're offending your boundaries, they're offending your emotions, they're offending how you think, they're offending something about you. A repeat offense is a repeat offense. Some of this, they are bringing in like fake ass accountability, bringing in people who would cover for them. And all it takes is, oh, when someone asks you this, tell them this. And you're like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna do that. Why am I gonna just do what you tell me to do? Like, you know, like some energy, like that's the shit. Is like, that was literally handed to me. Where I'm like, in many scenarios, okay, don't you guys be reading more into my videos than what they are. I'm being objective. I've experienced many shit, people. I know it when I see it. I know it when I see it because I came into this world hating myself and everything around me. I know what it's like to be in that mind space. So when it happens in adulthood, it's fucking shameful. It's horrible. You guys are fucking pussy shits. I'm not talking to the honest, lovely collective. I'm talking about the people who are cross-watching to continue fucking over my collective. And to continue fucking me over. Like, you guys goddamn stop. And I put a halt to it, so they're seeing karma, and it puts me to tears thinking some of these people are dealing with what they're gonna be dealing with, but they fed that shit to themselves. They dished some shit out into the world that us humans can't see. You know, we're human. Just because people can't see doesn't mean that source is letting you get away with it. Doesn't mean that angels or God is letting you get away with anything. And I learned that. I learned my own lessons my hard way. You know, I learned from being sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm literally quoting exclusively Intuitive because I love her reading so much. At some point you hit that breaking point of like, what the fuck is around me? Your friends and your family, they make who you are, yeah, to a degree. And then you realize if you've outgrown situations, or if some situations were never really for you or about you, or, you know, like some things just need to be done and undone. I have a juice because it's gonna get hella juicy up in here. I haven't even shuffled out cards. Y'all are going through some bullshit. With just the 10 of Pentacles alone and the 6 of Cups, I got so much with just, we need to figure out what's really for us. And settling into that life. So now that the sage is clear, I'm going to talk about the crystals here. It's the same setup as last reading. So we have Libyan desert glass, we have citrine, smoky citrine. It's a raw chunk of smoky citrine, so very powerful. Libyan desert glass as well, very powerful. If you're unfamiliar with Libyan desert glass or moldavite, they are literally space glass. It is material that is not even earthly because it is material that was made during a meteor impact. So they are space glass, Libyan desert glass, and we have moldavite here. Black opal, fluorite, and on the energy cards we have pyrite, diminishing illusions, and malachite, healing, emotional healing, especially around the heart chakra space. And moldavite is very, very, very protective. A lot of these stones are protective and healing. And specifically, I hope that we can really diminish the bullshit that's being sent us. Specifically, the ones that we don't know about. So we have tea leaf, there's Kipper, energy cards, and I'm going to mainly be storyboarding with tarot. I just really want to keep it really as concise and just like concise and specific, and just I'm hearing special. Some of you need some of these special messages. So be mindful if something's too specific for you, then that's it. But some people need the extra specification. So we're gonna go with it. Let's clear space. Get out some messages for the collective. I'm gonna put these here. Okay, so that feels nice, having that hang out on the Six of Cups, because Six of Cups is really, it's a usually wonderful energy, but when it was out with the Ten of Pentacles, it really just gave me problematic energy, and I want to channel that out and work with it and heal and continue on our highest good. So that is my intention. You guys hold that in your heart space as well while I relight the sage. We just need more. We need more. You guys need it. You guys need a lot. So let's burn up. Let's hold the bullshit in heart space, even if we don't know specifics or know anything or much about it. We just know we don't feel right, so we want to feel better. We're gonna hold that in heart space and heal. May anything that does not serve us be revealed so that we can release it. May us feel safe in our decisions and protected in our decisions. And may us choose what is of most loving and high for ourselves. We pray on having no evil or weapons of evil thrive against us. And that if there is any lost loved ones or any important energies on the other side that can guide us and help us, heal us, love us, we welcome them through. Please show us synchronicities or phrases or anything that could be validating for the friends here in the collective. And with that, we will start. So sage off screen, but we know that it's burning, and we said our affirmations. And so now with Spirit, we are moving forward in the card reading. What does the collective need to hear, see, or experience in this reading in order to channel their highest good, in order to be in their highest good, in order to move on, I'm hearing. upright or reverse. I'm getting reverse, so we will do that. High honor 25. Messages for the collective spirit. What is clarified is high honor reverse, please. Let's see. It came out reverse and fell on the floor, so we're gonna go with that as well. Let's see, what does the collective need? Okay, pathway, coffin, great fortune, family room. I'm gonna continue on in the energy oracle before and then storyboard. I kind of want to, this time I want to make sure I get all the cards out before I start speaking. So messages for the collective on behalf of their highest good for the situation. Okay, we have walking away 27. Okay, I didn't say the numbers. We have high honor reverse 25. We have despair reverse 32. We have a pathway 35, coffin number 19, and great fortune number 26 with back of the deck family room 21. We have walking away number 27, the sun, and contract number 6. Messages clarify the remaining part of this spread, please, Spirit. Thank you. Man holding a coin. And this one came out reverse is cornucopia. Back of the deck, appreciation. Let's make space there. Friends, friends, friends. I'm going to shuffle out a handful of tea leaves. Messages for the highest good of the collective. What does the collective need to see, read, or experience in order for their highest good? Messages for the collective. Okay. 2 came out so far, and some, or 3. Okay, more than 4 came out, and then some are on the floor, so I had to grab those. But we have peacock, beware of great pride. Parrot, someone will gossip all about your secrets. Pale, time to get out of a situation. Desk, pay attention to your work. These ones on the floor say ladder, climbing towards success. Heartache over what you no longer have. Lion, time to act. Success assured with good plans and hard work. So peacocks, parrots, pale, desk, ladder, spear, lion, and egg are the cards that are out right now. Excuse me. So you guys are probably needing to speak up more or release more from your throat chakra, or a type of energy from your throat chakra, because maybe if you haven't spoken enough, you need to speak up more. Or if you speak too much, then you're paying attention to the type of words you say around certain people is what I'm getting, because this gossip card, where is it? Someone will gossip all about your secrets. It's like you do have someone who just hears something and then just repeats it. But they repeat it from their perspective, and maybe it's subconscious. Maybe they don't even realize they're doing it. Maybe they don't realize how big of a mouth they have. That energy still steals from you, whether they intend it or not. But there is some people in the collective where the gossip is intentional. They are preying on something that is good happening to you or bad happening to you. Some people will really kick you down more when you're kicked down, and some people will prey on your success. They're the same person. Like the same type of person who would prey on your success is also the same type of person who would kick you down when you're down. But there's like, sometimes it's the same person, but sometimes the energy exists in different people. Where one, their method would be to do it on purpose, and they would do it when you're successful. Some people would just like, or like some people it's too obvious, where if you're kicked when you're already kicked down, it's too obvious. So they gotta kick you down when you're doing well. So it is not as obvious. Whatever it is, great pride is this, beware of your own great pride and beware of others' great pride. You know, some people don't really realize like that they're proud of some really shitty stuff. That like some people are like happy that they can lie and get away with it. It's like, are you really getting away with it though? Because like you lie, then you're then surrounded by people who are lying to you because you're a liar, and that is your karma. Or if you're a player, then you will, then you got to be placed in situations where you understand what it's like to be on the other side, right? You finally meet someone you love, but then what? Like, they're going to cheat on you because you had cheating ass energy. Or cheating ass energy, like happens to one another. Some people, one partner is cheating and the other isn't, and both partners are cheating. And a very, very few of the collective is neither partner is cheating, and there is just all the fuck shit in the middle. Like just someone who would just have bad intentions for anybody that's not them. They have selfish intentions because they're not there yet, so they don't know what they're doing, or they do. But it's like somewhere in this collective is like someone holds a high honor. And I'm hearing it has to do with like reputation, like protecting someone's reputation because of like, but what? Like, why are you protecting them? There is this thing of like people should just know the truth. If you know the truth, if you're one of these people in the middle, to get yourselves out of the fuck shit that's about to happen, because the tower is gonna happen. In order to get your 10 of Pentacles, there is gonna be some shit falling apart. Maybe it's a contract, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a job thing. But it's like a lot of it surrounding a man holding a coin. Like someone is wealthy or seemingly wealthy. Maybe they are or not. If they are, okay, there is some sort of attraction that is happening to your workspace or to your wallet, right? Maybe there's a codependency on a wallet. Contract, man holding a coin, cornucopia. And it's like, it's not what you thought it was going to be, is big time what I'm getting from Spirit. Heartache over what you no longer have. Maybe it was at one point, but then that shit, like, it was kind of like a social climbing. For some, okay? Some of it's like social climbing. Some of it's like, I have to prove myself in the situation or in the community, or prove myself somehow, or be something in the group. Like, there is a big desire. Everywhere. There's a big desire everywhere. Whether you are a good person or a bad person in this collective reading, there is a big desire for love in relationships. Where there's a relationship that actually has successful love, there's so many people preying on that, testing it, seeing if it's actually love. And then the entertainment, where the entertainment and energy goes to, if you feel a partial energy from your person, it's true. They're paying attention to their phone, they're paying attention to other people, they're paying attention to maybe work. It doesn't have to be other people, but It's like if they're not paying enough attention to you, if their heart space is on money, if their heart space is on something else, that the truth is the truth. And then they made, maybe some of you made, it was made to think it was love because there was money involved, because there was a career or success or some sort of thing involved that kind of fit the desire. But it could be temporary, or it could be one of those like interesting cycles where you repeat the same cycle over again. You feel stuck over again, or you believe there's love over and over again because it's what is being told to you. But what can be said to you and the energy, you know, energy cannot lie, but words do. People do. Situations can lie to you. It could be a number of people, right? If they're getting what they want out of your person or out of the situation, they're gonna, of course, continue, right? Some people will will forego their morals for money. Would you cheat on your boyfriend or girlfriend for $1 million? But what if your boyfriend or girlfriend had the capability of unlocking your dreams, of being able to give you more than $1 million? Then you really did your own self dirty. Your person probably gave you, or you gave your person many things. You loved them truly, wholeheartedly, beautifully. And that's what's so despairing or so disheartening, is because like you hold love in a high honor, or honestly, or the other person does, and it's like there is despair when it's not reciprocated. But there is a pathway like that's being illuminated. There is being light shown, right? Because a lot of this maybe is shadow work, maybe unawareness that the energy started maybe even sooner than you had realized. Maybe it started in your childhood home. Maybe it started with a best friend. Maybe it started with a family member, a partner, like anybody, right? Anybody who's close to you who showed you something, and then it seemingly was okay, and you're like, all right, that's all right, like, and then maybe words were put over it, or the situation just continued to seem okay. But if it was an illusion, it stays an illusion. And some of this is layered shit, like layered illusions, like one thing led to another, to another, to another, to another, and then it's like, what? Some news, which would in a normal circumstance maybe be like some situations just would be a lot simpler if the truth was placed sooner. A lot of this is like maybe you had a lot of blame or a lot of resentment or a lot of something on one person, and then you realize it was the wrong person the whole time, that they had their buttons pushed, they got pushed out of character by someone who was actually the bad character. There's levels to that shit. I know about that in my personal life. Projection. I'm getting ego projection to protect what's going on that's wrong. Some of you felt really stuck because there's a lot that you didn't see, and you couldn't even weigh out like a proper decision for yourself. And it's like because someone blindfolded you. They knew that you were holding on to a lot of money. I'm getting coffin, so maybe someone recently died and you received money from their death, or someone's about to die and they like, it's like known like where the money is going to go to, so they're being like, that individual is being pushed around so that it is like where the money will go towards in their hands versus like your hands, which is where like the person who died wants it to go. And like, just like there's weird energy here with coffin and great fortune. It's like someone did die and there is manipulation surrounding the money with it, or manipulation surrounding the success that you have, or manipulation that surrounding the work, yourself at work. And even heartbreak because of just how many connections are really screwing you over and you just really weren't willing to see, and you're finally seeing now. And even if you're finally seeing now, you're still maybe not willing to see it to its full cap. Because it is hard to get yourself out of the situation. It was hard back then, but realize it's even harder now. The longer you don't act, the harder it's gonna get. I just needed a moment to finish my juice because that was a lot, you guys. I'm going to do a bit more tea leaves because you guys need it. And I really, when I did the tea leaves, I'm like, oh shoot, it's covering these other ones. So I think that the situation still wants to hide, and it's like, I'm not gonna let it. I am not gonna let it. So lion here makes me think that there's a Leo involved. Ladder makes me think about social climbing, and spear is literally like you were like shot with an arrow, like you were a target, like an intended target. Some of us place a target on our own selves. Because some of us, again, with that big mouth, some of you don't even realize like how big of a mouth some of you have. Okay, that's gonna be all the ones I take. And this one. Funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Dragon, beware of self-delusion. So it's like, self-delusion is that shit where you like sit with yourself, you intuitively unlock something. Like you just have that inner knowing. And then you're like, nah, they wouldn't. Or nah, it wouldn't. Like, nah, it's not that. Or it is, right? Beware of being against yourself in your own mind and heart space. Because that is a result of someone on your outside teaching you how to do that. Always doing that to you. So then you do it to yourself. Just be careful, right? So like, if you actually have a feeling, you have that feeling for a reason. Don't doubt it. And then when you speak up on it and then you doubt it because someone says, oh, you're crazy, or oh, like, nah. Fuck that. They just don't want you to trust yourself. They don't want you to, they want you to trust them over your own self. And it's like, you can't navigate what's best for you when you're in that space. You're doing what's best for them when you are in that space because they've controlled you for so long. This illusion thing, self-delusion is like you have placed, like you're seeing it how you want to see it because it's convenient maybe. Because it's convenient for your person to have you be hella controlled. So then the self-delusion is convenient for them. But self-delusion is very dangerous for yourself because this dragon looks like it's breathing fire on his stomach. Like, what the fuck? Like, no. It's like, don't do that shit. Like, don't light yourself on fire to keep somebody warm, to keep someone protected and like loved and respected. Like, I'm getting like that reputation. Their reputation probably does deserve to be destroyed if they really did do whatever they're doing. And if they didn't, then, you know, the universe will make sure that, you know, like the universe will not reflect certain things if it wasn't the actual thing. Some people really do need to like disappear off the face of the earth. And the fact that they don't is probably because they don't actually deserve to disappear off the face of the earth. And then there's like people who are left hating. You know, they're left hating because they haven't fully resolved their own karma. And they think that they can send karma other places and things. Like they can like make sure that their karma isn't as bad as long as I have these people around me, because these people are good, so like no bad happens to them. It's like, you don't know what you're doing to them behind the scenes. Like there's probably a lot of crying and a lot of self-doubt and a lot of limiting belief and shit that you're placing, or that your person, I don't know, like there's just this energy in the situation. I'm not even gonna say it's you or your person or anything like that, but it's just this energy of, because it's there and because like you're trying to escape from it, from yourself, or your person is, or someone is, right? The more they escape from that, the more leakage and more karma stuff shows up. Like a lot of shit, like, okay, this is an experience that I had where it's like someone had so much bad karma that me and my friend trying to help that one friend caused us to be in like that the car broke down. Essentially, it was like this bad person needs more time with these good people to like straight up just be like, yo, God sees all. So like, fuck this karma you put us in, is what we told that person. And literally I never saw him again, because he is probably deserved to be removed from the face of the earth. And in my mind's eye, in my life, that's what happened. And it's like, that's a friend, and like some like layer, that's like some layers of shit where yeah, asking for help does wonders for you, but then at some point it's like that person though, that individual capped out on their help and their karma leaked, and they're like thinking that the karma doesn't apply to the people involved. It does. And I'm like, I ain't gonna be in another wrecked car, like not wrecked car, but like a car that breaks down, like for someone's shit. People need to figure their own shit out and really be left with their own devices. Some people really need to be left with nothing to be reset. Because as long as they do have something, they will manipulate it. They will steal from it. They will maybe have sex with it. Some people have sex with every living thing that they meet, as long as they're willing or whatever. Oh, it's so gross. Some of you, if you've been single and you have sex, test after every person you've been with, because you don't know who they've been with, and they may say that they haven't been with others, but they have. It's gross. Some of you, if you've been in the same relationship for a long, long time, and you have, like, they gained your trust, but maybe it was they gained your trust like years ago, and maybe they've been doing some shit behind your back because you trust them, and they can get away with it. Only for so long. My story here is people can flip their shit anytime. If it's convenient for them, if it would do them better, somehow, some way, they can flip their shit, right? If you are struggling financially, and then some random ass millionaire comes in here and offers your partner $1 million or some shit, that ain't gonna be very much to your millionaire, but it's gonna be everything to your person, right? And it's like, if they are unfaithful to you for that money, it's like, that's that shit. But that's what I mean about like that some of that shit can just flip. It could just take that something that's better than you, or like that's seemingly better. Maybe it's not even better. It just seems better. They made themselves look XYZ, blah, 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 blah. So they could take from you, so they could do something against you. It could be sex, it could be money, it could be work, it could be friends. Someone got in the middle because they saw how close you guys are as friends, and it's like, oh, you guys are best friends? Excuse me. Well, let's see how best friends you guys are. Let's make them talk shit about each other. Some people do that. Some people actually do that, where they gossip to get people to be talking shit about one another and then feeding it to one another and causing fights. And then they're sitting in the background just laughing because they created so much turmoil, so much despair, so much shit, and then they can continue to live their best life. But it's like, they're not really living their best life if they're taking other people down, are they? And then when everybody sees what they're doing, yeah, they really are going to be sad and alone. And then, boo-hoo, I'm sad and alone. And then they're like choosing more victims. Big time heavy, I'm getting smear campaigning. Some people would just spread shit about your workspace, about your work, about who you are, like about your character, your reputation, your business, so that it would affect your clientele. Saying, oh, this person seems like, you know, not professional or you know, like XYZ, whatever they're saying. And it's like, but they don't know whether or not, like, they just don't know. They don't know the person that's telling them, like, they don't know the story. And then it removes them from experiencing something for themselves. Yeah, like, it's just like one of those things where, sure, you're warned and you can be warned, but you have to have your experience for yourself to know for real. Because someone can be lying to you about one another, like about another person. Literally, some connections I met surrounding gossip, where like my high school or my elementary, or not my high school, and not my elementary school, but my middle school experienced a combining of our schools of kids and then another school of kids when we went into high school. So it was like we went through elementary and middle school, and some of them trickled in middle school, and then the rest of them trickled in high school because they had options. And so when I met like when we all started to meet the other school of kids, there was already drama existing on their half and drama existing on our half. So when everybody met, I myself also experienced gossiping shit. And it's like some connections thrived and didn't even have a chance because of what people say. When it's not even true. Some shit's not even true. It's like, you want to get to know someone, meet them for yourselves. Know them for yourselves. And if there is someone in the way, remove that. Don't be unfaithful. Don't be some stupid shit like that. Okay, if you want to be in a relationship with someone and you're already in a relationship, end the relationship and then start the new relationship. Clean up the mess from ending the relationship and start a new relationship. Some of you agree with polyamory, and I'm no judgments. I do not mind the polyamory as long as the boundaries and communication is applied. If there is no communication or not enough, period, that shit unraveled. Or it will, because that shit has to catch up. I'm going to continue with some of the cards I didn't highlight. So we had that dragon. We have fly, a period of ill health, depression. Compliments from an admirer. Bouquet. Wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. I was hella... This whole time I was talking about this. These are your hoes and foes. Okay, let's finally get into tarot and call it. So, messages for the collective. What is going on? What do they need to see or experience? Messages for the collective. This is coming up horizontal, but okay, so it's the Hermit. I'm gonna keep it horizontal. Some of you are wanting to be in the Hermit mode. Some of you are in Hermit mode. You guys are not letting outside energies penetrate, or you guys are going to be in this space. The fact that it's horizontal is saying to me from Spirit that it is a struggle you guys are having about your placements with who to cut off and who not to cut off. This says, yeah, who to cut off, who not to cut off. We have this, like, someone's having a hard time catching up on concepts, or I don't know, the situation's just gone cold, right? The situation's not warm, it's not fun, there's lots of woundedness, lots of hurt that's happened. Tower on the floor. And the Queen of Cups. I'm getting, though, that this Queen of Cups is standing tall. That's just how I picked it up from the floor, because it didn't land, like, it landed up, like, it landed like this against my, I have a trunk right there. So it's like this landed on the floor and then this landed like this. So that's this thriving energy I'm getting from y'all. Queen of Cups is like knowing how you feel and thriving off of it, or thriving surrounding it. I'm getting this is more clarification on Queen of Cups. So 9 of Pentacles, the Chariot reverse, and Temperance reverse. I'm hearing that compassion and time is needed for self to do what you need to do, that you need to be able, you need to give yourself the time and space in order to see how you can do it safely, in order for you to do it and not lose your pentacles, is what I'm hearing. Because Knight of Pentacles reverse is telling me you have to rest. Okay, it's like you have this 3 of Swords and this 1 sword here, and this person in this right here. It kind of looks like this person's in a coffin, and it's like you don't want this to go to your death, do you? You don't want to be with this. Some of us is like, because I'm getting like that phrase in sickness and in health, like with that marriage phrase, like that wedding phrase, and it's like, yeah, you accept that going through whatever's through sickness and in health. Yeah. Yes, that is absolutely true. Amazing. Wonderful for a actual loving couple. But if your person places you're sick, you know, if your person makes you sick, the situation, you're being placed in you know, in situations that make you sick, that's not someone that's worth going through in sickness and in health. We have this 3 of Swords above this person, so it's like this person knows about the heartbreak, knows about the backstabbing, just whatever's. There is this knowing in your unique placements. You could be reading, you could be in this reading and be like, yeah, it's my so-and-so. Even if it's not like a solid yeah, it's running through your heart space and your mind space. And you need to give yourself the rest and the patience and your own weapon. And it's not like you're going to use the weapon to harm anyone. It's like you're using the weapon to protect yourself. That's why you only have one. You're not the type of person who would hurt or just do it just to hurt, you know? Like, you would do it if it protects you, if your life depended on it. And right now it kind of feels that way, because it would lead you down a path such as being that sick. A long cycle of not listening to your heart and not listening to your intuition it will, that energy stores in your body, and it will reveal as a sickness. The older you get, the worse your sickness will look as well. And I'm big time speaking on particularly, like, this is known information across my family, all right? But my dad went through a quadruple bypass surgery. That is heart space chakra. A long time of the heart space chakra being directly affected. And by many people at that, I'm sure. I am living a similar path as my father, just only on behalf that I am pursuing my own business. Romantic stuff aside, karmic shit aside, I get targeted a lot because I'm pursuing my own business. That alone, I know is hard, right? And like, my heart space gets affected by so many people who are jealous, by so many people who aren't happy for me, who have claimed to be my friends my whole life or for a large portion of my life, but they're somehow the most non-supportive, the most unloving, and only behind the scenes at that. So if I even dare say names, nobody believes me. I live my experience, so I hold my boundaries how I see fit. It ain't gonna make sense to other people, and for you guys it's not either, you know, and everyone in your surroundings. If people are gonna start a fight about your shit, let them. You know that they're against you anyway if you chose what's best for you, and they're fighting you on it. People who love you will let you do as you please, especially if you say it's for your best. Hold appreciation for those types of people, because it's gonna be some crazy shit. And it's even gonna be that, like, I've held space where it's like, the shit's not what I want, but I appreciate that it happened the way it did. A lot of us hold on to ideals, maybe even ideals from the beginning, ideals from a long time ago, ideals period, and you place it somewhere, something. Clarify this Four of Swords. We need more on this Four of Swords, please. We need, what more on this Four of Swords, please? Literally, I'm in tears for some of you guys. I feel it. Tell me about this Four of Swords. Tell us about Four of Swords. 10 of Cups, the Empress. 6 of Swords. The Emperor reverse, Page of Wands, 2 of Swords. There's counterparts here. Or a union that's meant to happen. You know, what's actually meant to happen is gonna finally happen. Let's see what these two are. Queen of Swords reverse and 2 of Pentacles. Okay. I'm getting that if there was some, not all, there is this energy of there was some weak ass shit in the middle, and the situation, for as long as it was going, as long as the cycle continued, there couldn't have been anything seen. Some traumatic or dramatic events have to happen in order for certain things to be revealed or seen. With this Queen, let me clarify this Queen of Swords. Oh my gosh. The Emperor, Empress. I love seeing that here, but they're both reverse. So perhaps there was just a knowing about like these two people are meant to be together, or at least two people are like perfect for each other. And then like it was an instant energy. Then it's like it felt safe, then it went unsafe because of secrets. It's like the secrets will get revealed. It could be about a Queen of Swords or mini Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is like that energy of in the upright position, I would see Queen of Swords of telling it how it is, being honest, being confrontational, but it's reversed. So big time I'm getting someone's a liar, someone's manipulative, someone try to get in the middle, someone try to throw you off balance, someone knew what would throw you off balance, and someone knew what would be unsettling or not good for you, and then they then exercise that. Some people, they would like maybe question how are you doing, so they can get a little bit about the situation and then place obstacles or traps or like blah 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 conveniently. What happened last time, blah blah blah, when you and them hung out. Like, I don't know, all this shit about like knowing, it's like, if you really wanted to know, why weren't you there? If you really wanted to know, why don't you ask them? Like, ugh. Some of this energy is really disgusting. Like, they use other people as pawns. The devil, that shit's about to end, though. You're not going to let the devil win, are you? There's argumentation, causing breakups, causing people not to plant their seeds, not to nourish themselves. But now you know. Okay, this Page of Cups is like a now you know kind of energy. And next to the Empress reverse, as you're seeing it, I just feel like it's big time now you know. So what are you going to do with what you know? Be successful, that's what. But we're like, first, y'all need to work on what's being undone. Stay with community, stay with good energy in your community, mentorship, inspiration, family. If family serves you well, though, only if family serves you well. If not, then hold your judgments, hold your commitments close to heart. Go where you feel loved and respected and protected. All three of those, not just one. And safe. Most of all, safe. But keep it small, okay? Because this, like, you may feel safe where it's unsafe, because that's all you know. So keep it at one person or two, so then when something comes back, you can narrow it down to one or two. I had a problem with many people, and then I still let many people in, and then those people I kept in catered to the other people that I left out, and then I still saw more of the shit I said I didn't want. So then I had to grieve connections multiple times. I'm grieving hundreds of people, and I'm grieving hundreds of people that done me wrong. I'm grieving who I thought they were, though. They were never anything to me because they approached me fake. They approached me fake. So now they're nothing. King of Cups, Magician, Two of Cups, reverse, Page of Swords. With what you know is breaking connections, but the Magician here, the King of Cups, and the Hierophant, again, in just the way I'm reading it in that order, it's like you're going to be feeling high and mighty, but it's not going to be very soon. Because of the karma placements that have to like flow in and out. The karmic debt, if you are owed karma, if karma owes you, your placements with your people, you're going to see the karma and going to want to help them. And so like that's going to be a long cycle of like, how much do you help them? How much do I hang on to what I thought is here? You need to process, fully process something. Page of Pentacles, High Priestess, Three of Wands, Queen of Wands. You will get exactly the energy and the situation that you want, but there is a need to release the specific. Your specific partner, your specific ideal partner, it may or it may not be the person who you are seeing right now. Your ideal job, dream life, dream job, dream car, dream house, whatever it is. Release the specific of what it looks like or what it is. Some of this shit is really unrealistic, placing it on what you currently have, because what you currently have isn't what you want. So stop falsifying it. Stop projecting onto it. Stop letting your person project onto you. Stop doing whatever it is that's placing you in illusion, placing you in self-delusion, placing you in the middle of things, or even like take the wedge out and like close the door on stuff. Because a wedge, this wedge makes me think it's like a door stopper. So it's like you're stopping the door from closing, but why? If a door is meant to close, let it close. Then so other new doors can open. World, Five of Swords. Clarify Queen of Wands, please. Clarify the Queen of Wands. Clarify the Queen of Wands. I'm not going to take these because some fell in my lap too. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune and Queen of Wands, please. Clarify this part of the reading, please. Clarify Queen of Wands and Wheel of Fortune. Death, reverse. Some of you saw a death surrounding Queen of Wands or the Queen of Wands in your life. Maybe your Queen of Wands ended a cycle and you didn't want it to, or vice versa. You don't want to end a connection with the Queen of Wands because you feel like you're meant to be together. Okay, if you feel like you're meant to be together, King of Wands and Queen of Wands coming up together, then make it known. Make it known. If your person reciprocates, they reciprocate. The truth needs to be known. So if you did someone dirty, you need to tell them you did them dirty. Even if they know it or don't know it, you need to. Because if you don't want your karma to hit that badly, you have to fess up. You have to own up. And whatever you don't own up to is sent to the universe to send to you karmically, right? So if you're saying, no, I'm not a liar. No, I'm not the player type. No, I'm not a fool. No, I'm not an idiot. No, I'm not any of these things. But if you actually are, that's this thing of like, if you don't want something, give it to the universe. Okay, so you're saying you're not these things. So you're giving it to the universe. The universe will then hand you the exact shit that you are. You're a liar, you'll have connections that lie to you. You're a cheater, you're going to have Connections that cheat on you. You fuck with someone's stability, your stability will be fucked with on a universal level. Never mind what you do, the best that you can do that can target another person, you could really fuck them over. The best that you can do, wait till the universe has a hand on you. I would be honest. I would own your shit if I were you, if you guys are cross-watching. Because my collective, my true collective that actually receives the healing in their journey, they're not doing any of this fuck shit. They're here for their partner. They're here to find their union in their proper placements, their ideals, their dream is coming true. They're here for that. And then the others of you that are here to get in the middle of shit, the universe is laughing at you because of the karma that's going to be coming in. And they're not going to be as graceful or as human as the people you've been fucking with, or even yourself. King of Pentacles reverse. Queen of Pentacles. Oh my God. This shit's over, y'all. Some of you are... I love that the counterparts throughout this reading have come out together. For the most part. Look, this King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles out together, King of Wands, Queen of Wands coming out together earlier. It's like clearly there was something very, very amazing and strong here. And when people don't have that for themselves, they just want to get in the way. Some people can't help it. And then some people actually do help it and actually do more with that energy and actually place intentional harm. That energy's over though, because you are stronger and better than that. When you hold boundary on that, some hell's gonna break loose. And you just have to trust the universe, and karma is sending it because it's deserved. My car being attacked, as much as I want to say I didn't deserve that, to some degree, in some areas I did. I said goodbye to a lot of people who probably didn't deserve for me to say goodbye to them. But it's like there is so much mistrust placed by other people that almost everybody who came to my mind had to go, whether they deserved it or not. So I did have some deserving energy, but I know that the karma sends it equally as well. That is probably a collective portion of everyone's bad that I accepted for so long. I just said goodbye to it. So then I saw a hike in how bad it could get, or it could have gotten, you know, like some of this future shit that I would have dealt with, I dealt with it earlier. So it's not so it won't fuck up my future family. It fucks up my family now, or it fucks up my friend connections now. But the more important family is going to be the family I create, the love I create, the work I create. A lot that was attacked or gone away or broke down, that shit was made off of lies. That shit was made off of illusions. That shit was made off of other people. The foundation my parents built, the foundation that my friends built. I lived a lot of lies, and it wasn't like everything about me was a lie. But it really do be like that the placements of where you lied, that shit has to fall apart if you don't want it anymore. Like fully fall apart. This Tower moment, this where's my manifestations? Your manifestations are going to other people because they're taking from you. On subtle levels and great levels. It could be talking. Someone gossips about you. Someone says a bad review about you. Someone says a bad note about you, and then a potential client is gone. Maybe they're literally stealing your clients, stealing your fans, stealing your support, or even fake supporting. So they're only supporting when it's convenient. They want to be in your spotlight, so they take some of it. I don't know, like there is just some funky energy here. You have something that some of these people want. And whether it's intentional or unintentional, you don't have to say goodbye to everybody, but at least be with boundaries so you can fully see something. Or even see it more than you did. It is going to be hard to fully see the situation. Only source can see everything. You are human. So don't be trying to be responsible for being God or anything and trying to see everything about everything and anything and blah, blah, blah. It'll be unlocked within you when you are ready to deal with it and handle it. Lessons, actions, things to do with another, things to do with self. You will guide yourself there, or the situation will be placed or pushed there by the universe. On the surface of this reading, though, I'm still seeing a lot of yellows, just like I did in the other reading. So don't be too concerned with this other fuck shit. Honestly, just keep doing you, keep doing your work, and close your eyes to the drama. Close your ears to the drama. Like, don't participate, because when you do participate in this energy, you'll be involved in the karma. You'll be involved with the shit that goes down, and you don't want to be there when it goes down, because these people served a really shitty hand, and the shit that they're going to be had is not going to be cute or nice or fun. I'm hearing troubles with transportation. I'm hearing troubles with communication, like trouble with money. You'll be protected, right? If someone were to really be able to harm you with their intent and you don't truly deserve it, there will be a block from the universe. For example, if an event wasn't meant to happen, then something from the universe will trigger the event to not happen. Like forgetting where your keys are, tire popping, losing your phone, like certain delays, certain things that are accidents aren't accidents. They're really just a protection was placed for someone, or karma was placed on or for someone. Like that type of thing occurs. Accidents don't just happen. Our angels and God, source, arranges for stuff to show us things. And maybe accidents do happen to some degree where if it's enough of a freak accident, realize that maybe you have spell work being placed on you, that you're being controlled by magic. That is not the type of magic I practice here. That is magic with bad intentions. Sending death threats energetically actually does show up. But there is severe protection that is here. If you're connected with me, you're protected. If you're in my graces, you are protected. If you are not, you're probably seeing karma. Like the placements are just there. But it's like, yeah, if someone were to do you evil or harm at the event that you're going to go to, they're going to be limited, or they're going to just not be able to get there. And maybe you won't even know about it at all, because you wouldn't have had met them. And that's that type of protection that occurs. Like you may not understand it, but it's like, if someone's doing some fuck shit with cheating, or like their communication's wonky, then the universe will then place them where like their phone gets dropped. Maybe it's dropped in a toilet because they're shitty. I don't know, like maybe that actually happened, but if it didn't happen, then these are just examples. It doesn't have to be true for you, but just trying to show you of like what karma is like, is that you'll see a similar energy to how you were fucked with. And you will see it in your own divine timing, because it won't show up any other like way. It will show up in a way that will teach you something, or teach the person something, and it will like be that related like lesson, where if it like maybe one event taught one person a lesson and it taught another person their own lesson, but the event tied those people together. It tied everything together. Everything happens because it's supposed to happen the way it does. And it's like levels to like my choices versus your choices, then we are in the same space. So our karma is balanced together. So someone who has really good karma, someone who has really bad karma, that shit doesn't necessarily level out. You kind of see a little bit of both. The person who has very horrible karma will start seeing like some freak good things and be like, whoa, this is hella random. Because they're using a lot of other people. So they get a lot of their shit energy, and then they get like a little bit of karma from what happens when they treat a good person good. And like, but then when they continue to be a shitty person, they're going to continue in their shitty karma. And the good karma that went their way, when that person holds boundary, it's like that person's going to continue to thrive and the other person's going to suffer. Because they didn't have any good karma for themselves to begin with. They went a long cycle of taking, stealing, having sex with everybody. It doesn't have to be that extreme. Everyone has their own placements of severity, of how much shit they done, how much shit others have done on them, and how much in the middle. Some of you only have one person in the middle. Some of you have many people in the middle. Some of you have one partner. Some of you have many partners. Some of you are single and none of this matters to you, and you guys are just experience all this other drama. Some of you, like, it's wherever you guys are, you singles are hella funny. But don't be playing around with the drama, you know, because you will be engulfed in it. You'll be drowning in it. So be careful. Take care of your actions, take care of yourselves, be magical, and hopefully you guys stay around. This was Magic with Melly. Thank you for being around. Take care.